Here. Okay. Okay, so welcome. This is our ICD K-Beauty Makeup Masterclass. My name is Kate Twig, if you don't know me, and I'm going to be just going step by step tonight, showing you exactly how you can use all of our amazing ICD products, prepping, setting, step by step tools, everything to get a very beautiful, natural, glowy makeup look. It's very easy. Typically, when I do my makeup using these products, it will take me 5 to 7 minutes max. A lot of them are multi-purpose, so you can use them for all different things. I'm going to use one of the cushions as eyeshadow tonight. So I'm just so excited. I have been a makeup artist and creating videos to teach other women how to apply makeup for about 9 years now, online, mainly on Instagram. I absolutely love it, have fallen in love with it, and just love helping other women feel more comfortable in their skin. So, okay. So tell me if in the comments, do you have this makeup already? Do you have any of the ICD makeup products? Yes, some yeses in there. Okay, great. So I'm really going to go through a ton of them, all of them, to show you all the different ways we use them and how so multi-purpose they are. Okay, I'm just going to, we have a lot of people coming in. So let me just put that up here. Okay, so let's start with how do we start with a fresh face? So I just washed my face. So this kind of glow that you're seeing, this is just from our skincare. So tonight we do typically do skincare master classes, but tonight is just a focus on makeup. But you have to get the skincare. It truly is, your makeup really is only as good as your skincare. And the skincare you use will make such a difference. Before this skincare, I really struggled with textured skin, hyperpigmentation, really dark circles. And when you have that texture in your skin, makeup just kind of doesn't look good. You don't get that smooth finish. So really moving to the Rimmon Korean skincare, I like to say it resurfaced my skin, resurfaced my face. Way better than any laser I have ever tried. Better than anything. So if you haven't gone down that route, make sure to reach out to the person that invited you here so that you can also learn about the amazing skincare. So, okay, starting with a fresh face, absolutely nothing on my skin right now. Just wash my face. So, prep products. I like to talk about the multi balm stick and our set and stay spray. So, this one, it kind of sounds like, oh, shouldn't you just use this at the end? No, you can start with this and you can use it in between steps as well, especially if you need added hydration or added staying powder. If you are someone who makeup just some people more with oily skin, sometimes the makeup disappears. Just all makeup, right? This is such a great product and it's the most amazing mist. Sometimes these products, you spray them and they kind of hose you down. This is just the most beautiful mist that I like to, honestly, I use this throughout the day. It's, remember when those Evian sprays were really popular? That's kind of what I equate this to. It's just a really fresh, refreshing hydration. And you can use it whether or not you have makeup on. So I've actually talked to the company. I'm like, can we not just use this as a makeup spray? This has our patented ingredients that are going to be treating your skin. And that really is the key with these makeup products. When you're using the skincare, your skin is getting treated at night. And then when you use our makeup, it's getting treated all throughout the day. So 24/7, you can have treatment on your skin. So again, this is going to have our patented ingredients, super hydrating, and it gives you that glow. Next, as we age, a lot of us, the skin underneath our eyes starts to thin out. It also can become drier. So, this is a great product for under eyes. If you have dry under eyes, if you have any fine lines and deeper fine lines and wrinkles that you want to kind of fill in, if you will, you're going to use this under your eyes. Fill in wherever you have any kind of deeper areas, any drier areas. If you have dry spots on your skin, some of us have that, especially in the winter. I tend to dry from just blowing my nose, just around my nose. My nose is a little red. I just got back from Mexico. So if you're like, I had a little bit, actually had a reaction to a sunscreen I used because I lost my ICD sunscreen. But that's why my nose is a little bit red. Let's see, dry patches on arm. Oh yeah, you can use this. I mean, this is truly like a magic balm stick. It is seriously, you can use it for anything. Any dry spots, added hydration, lips. My boys have these in their backpacks. It truly is just an all-around amazing product. In the US, it's only $25. So, all right. So I have the spray on and the multi-balm stick. Next, I am going to use our BB cream. Okay, so this is something not a lot of people talk about. Who has used the BB cream? This is such an amazing product. Now, I'm going to be using brushes. I will, if you want them, this is an amazing set for like $30 on Amazon. I'm happy to link it for you in the comments. You literally get like 30, I think you get like 30 brushes for like $30. It's crazy. And they're all double-ended. I do believe I personally love to apply the cushions with a brush versus the little pad, the little cushion it comes with. So give it a try. You just got to play with what you like best. Okay, so BB cream. I love the glow. Yes, the added hydration and the glow from the BB cream is unreal. If you like really light, a really natural light finish, you could just use this all over. And then I'll show you how you can just use the cushion to kind of add dimension to your face. So it looks really light, and you're like, oh gosh, that's the wrong color. We only have one color, but it is going to blend in and then match your skin tone. It's kind of magical. And this is also, it's not going to have a ton of coverage. So again, that's why we're going to use the cushion. But this is just going to give you the perfect base, the just amazing hydration, and that glow that'll look amazing underneath the cushion. So again, I'm just doing all over my face with this. You can even see I'm like glowier now just with the BB cream. I've used it. It adds great light to the face. Yes, definitely. I kind of forgot about the BB cream for a little bit, and then I started using it again, and truly the glass skin filtered look, these two together is is the key. These two together. I absolutely love it. Okay, the BB cream does not have SPF. Um, yeah, so Abby, try it because it does blend into your skin. There are people with much darker skin than I have that use it, and plus we're going to add more dimension back into our face. So next, I'm going to use the color. So we have we have different shades of the cushion. I'm actually going to put in here a color matching tool for you to help you find your shade. This is going to give you examples of what the different shades are, or you can reach back out to the person that invited you here to help you get shade matched. I kind of go between light and natural beige because I was just in Mexico. I'm a tad darker, so I am going to use the natural beige today. And again, you can use the little cushion that comes in here and you can pat it on, and that works great. I am just someone who loves working with brushes. So I am going to put this, and the key is you barely are going to see it go on your skin. Um, all of a sudden, you can see a little bit darker color going on my skin right now. All of a sudden, when you put it on, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm filtered. Like when you're looking into the mirror, you're like, oh my gosh, my skin looks amazing. Now, if you are putting this on and there's a lot of product, you see a lot of product going on your skin, you're most likely putting on too much. You really don't need a lot. Look at how that just color corrected my nose. A little goes a long way. I think most people with any kind of makeup product, you have to play with it. You have to play with it and see what level of there's no SPF in any of the makeup. What level, like how much you want, but you apply in thin layers. So this is buildable. Okay, this is buildable. You want to apply in thin layers. You don't want to dig into the cushion to get more and apply all at once. Just apply in those thin layers. I have purpley eyelids, so I like to just even out my entire skin tone here with the shade all over. So when you buy a cushion, one comes in the compact and you actually get a refill as well. So if you're using this daily, I find that it lasts 2 to 3 months and then another cushion. So you're looking at 4 to 6 months worth of product when you buy just one. So it's a great value. Okay, next I'm gonna go. So you could just do one shade all over, right? One shade all over. So something I teach is adding dimension to your face actually makes you look more realistic. When you apply one shade all over, it just kind of flattens you out. Like you naturally have darker areas in your face, shadows in your face, and when you can add lighter and darker colors, it actually is a more natural look versus one color all over. Um, Okay, so I'm gonna go into the light shade. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up and answer questions. All of you are answering as well in the chat. Now I'm gonna go into the light shade. So I have, again, you can't tell this, I have a bright light on me, so you can't see how dark my dark circles are, but they are dark. So I'm gonna go in with the light, and this is, I have tried every product. Let me see what brush I want to use for this. I have tried every product for under eyes. And it always cakes, it always creases, it always settles. After a couple hours, it just doesn't look good, right? That is not the case with this product. So I am just tapping on some of the light right under my eye. And what I have found is I let it sit for a minute. Other places you can apply a brightener or the lighter color is the center of your forehead right here. And you see how naturally that was the light hitting it? That's just naturally light anyway. You can go down the center of your nose. You could do a little bit on your chin. Now, keep in mind, some people's chins are more textured or you have larger pores. You want to keep any lighter colors out of areas where you have really big pores. It's just it can enhance it, right? So I don't really have that, so I'm just gonna put a little bit there. So these are kind of like the center of your face is where you put those brighter colors. Now I'm gonna let it sit there. If you haven't tried the cushion, it is not a cream, it is not a powder, it is not a liquid. It truly is a category of its own. It comes out and it may feel like a liquid, and then it has micro powders in it. So then it kind of thickens up and it feels like a cream. And then it has this beautiful finish at the end. It's not a powdery finish, but it's like, again, it's in its own league, if you will. Okay. So I have that. Now you could stop here, right? Well, once we blend, I will blend in a second. You could stop with two colors, but I'm going to show you how I absolutely love to go in and add deep. So if you want to use a darker shade, everyone's going to use deep. Okay. Everyone's going to use deep unless you're super, 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 super fair. Then you can maybe use natural beige, but everyone else is always going to use deep. And I'm going to show you how I do this. So this is the deep color, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's scary. Does it look scary? It may look scary. It's okay. It's okay. You just keep blending. Like that's the key with makeup. Just keep blending. Okay. So where do you put the darker colors? You put it around your forehead. And it actually doesn't look as scary. I'm not putting too much. Oh, there, it went a little darker here. Okay, so around your forehead, and then you're gonna put it under your cheekbone. You're gonna suck in your cheeks, and you're just gonna tap it right on that bone. You don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. Just like that. And then tap it right on that bone. If you don't know where that bone is, that's why our sucking the cheeks in is really helpful. Don't go too far in, just like to the center of your eye, just like that. You can even contour your nose. And again, you guys, this is a master class. So I'm showing you all different levels of how you can use this makeup, but you can even go in with a smaller brush. Again, this is the same, all the same brushes from that one little Amazon kit. And you can even contour out your nose. So what does that mean? It means you take the dark color and you go down the sides of your nose. Now, if you have a wide nose like me, I'm creating new sides. The closer the lines are together, the thinner your nose appears. Okay? Then you connect it and then you kind of like just circle out the tip, and that gives you kind of like the lifted nose look. Okay, so I am not blended. I look a little crazy. That's totally fine. Now we're gonna go back in, again, same brush, and we're just gonna start blending this out when you are blending the darker colors, you always want to blend up. You don't want to blend down. You want to keep it brighter. You know, you're going to look sunken in if you take that color too dark. So just blend up, really easy. Just always blend up towards your hairline. And then we're going to go like this. Then we'll do the lighter color. Okay. So blending this all around and I'm coming back to life. So that truly is deep is like a contour bronzer. So if you want to think about it as that, it's just adding that kind of life back into your face, that added dimension. And then I'm going to go in and just kind of press this in under my eye and it is going to blend beautifully. Now listen, when I don't have a tan, again, just got back from Mexico. When I don't have a tan, I use light all over and I use light under my eye. Okay? I don't go to fair. You don't always have to go up. The product, when you put it all over in a thin, like a nice thin layer, it's going to give you amazing coverage. And then when you use more of the product right under the eye, it appears brighter, but it's not. It's the same color, but it appears brighter because you're using more. Now, this is the only product I have ever found. I have always needed to color correct and then brighten. Color correct and then put a glow on my, or sorry, a color under my eye. This is the only product where I haven't needed to do this. This color corrects, brightens, conceals all in one. And can you see how smooth it is? It is something I've never seen a product, this isn't blended out. I've never had a product that was that easy. And literally, you guys, you would die if I turned my camera around and you could see the amount. I've done it for some of the girls. Chrissy, have you ever seen my closet? I'll show you. I'll do this at the end. You will die at how many makeup products I've had. I have everything, okay? I have everything. I have tried it all. And this is truly the most beautiful, my favorite makeup. It's the easiest. It looks the most natural. It's truly, I like to call it your skin only better because I think that's the most accurate way to describe this makeup. Okay. And then, then you're just going to blend in your nose a little bit. And I'll just go on both sides. So, and if you have makeup brushes at home, try those. You don't need to buy these. Any makeup brushes are good. And then the key here is then I take the light, whatever that brightener color is, and I'm just going to go down the center of my nose. And if you're like contouring my nose sounds like a nightmare, like I'm never going to be able to do that, it's okay. Then just do the center, just do the brighter color down the center of your nose. You're good. It's like you're contouring, but without the darker color. So just take that lighter color down the center of your nose. Okay. So isn't that so pretty? I'm looking in the mirror past you guys right now. It's so pretty. It's so natural. It's so glowy. The next thing I'm going to do is, again, when I just want to do my whole face with this makeup, I take that same deep color, okay? And I'm going to use it. Hold on, I'm going to use a different brush. I forgot I had the light color on that one. I'm going to use it as an eyeshadow. Okay, because it has those micro powders, and this is just the most neutral, beautiful brown shade, because it has those micro powders, this is just the most beautiful, did I blend that in? Yes. The most beautiful brown neutral shade. It looks good with all eye colors. And you're just going to blend that in. You can even, this is like level 2 masterclass at this point, you can even take a little bit and as we age, in my opinion, eyeliner under your eyes is never typically a good look. It is heavy. It was cool though when we were younger, right? Everyone did it. Everyone liked the black eyeliner. If you just take this lighter color and just brush it along those lower lash lines, this is going to create a shadow under your eye that is very neutral, but makes your eyes kind of pop without having to use an eyeliner. Eyeliner above the eye, totally fine. I am just a quick makeup girl, so I typically don't do that. It's a very special occasion when I wear any kind of eyeliner. But this is just really easy. And then you have this really beautiful neutral eyeshadow. right there, and you're done. Okay, so now let's go into our lip products that you can also use on your cheeks. Again, we're going to be doing a full face of this makeup. So I'm going to use my favorite shade, which is Sunset Cannon. It is just a dream. Another thing about me, I did have the balm stick on my lips. I am like a nervous lip. I sometimes bite my lips. It's not a good habit, but it causes, not all lip products look good on my lips because they're dry and because they're uneven. And when I heard these were matte, like velvet matte, I was like, oh, I'll never be able to wear it. And then I got them, and it's like magic because these velvet matte ones are so velvety and so good that they hide everything. Just watch. Like you can see, so and this is dryness. So if you have fine lines in your lips, like you can see how deep some of these are. This is going, completely gone. It erases all those imperfections in your lips. And it's so hydrating. It's so smooth. It's velvety. Like that truly, now you realize why they call it velvet matte. It is such a velvety smooth color. So this is like a dark corally. This has orange in it. So it might not be your favorite color. I love it. But you can also take these. And so where do you apply? It is not a lip stain. It is just so like I could wipe it off and it's not going to stay on. Are semi-matte shades. When you put those on, those do leave, if you leave them on for a minute or two and then you wipe it off, those will give you a little bit more of a stain. So we have velvet matte and semi-matte. So the semi-matte is the one that leaves a little bit of a stain. Okay. Then where do you put the blush color? So where we put that contour, that darker color here, you're going to just put it right above there. And the key with this, so I felt like when my grandma and I used to do makeup, and I felt like it was always like in the apple of the cheek, right? But now things have, and you can still do that if you prefer that look. A lot of people like a more lifted look. And so that's going to be when you keep it outward more, keep it up and out over here. And sorry, I feel like this side of me is kind of dark, but at least you can see it over here. Okay. And then we're going to blend it in. Hi, Danielle. Okay. And that's going to give you just a really beautiful, this is more neutral. I'm doing a very much like a latte look, if you will, just like lots of warm browns. But is that not so pretty? Okay. And I'll show you we have some other ones. But before I go to the next thing, so let's say you're like, I'm not really like a matte girl. I like more of a shiny lip. And that is typically me too. First off, this is our lip oil. It magnetizes together. Is that not like the cutest thing? So these will never get lost in your purse. They stick together. They're best friends. And you can put this lip oil right over top. And this is going to add so much hydration and gloss to your lips. It has collagen in it and it doubles as a collagen lip mask at night. So you can put this on, leave it at your nightstand, put it on before you go to bed. It's going to be deeply hydrating and have that collagen in it to kind of plump up those lips. Let's see what other ones? Symphony Pink. This is a great one. I feel like this works for all kind of skin tones. It's a brighter kind of pink. So I'm just going to show you just some other ones. See, that's going to be a little bit more lively than maybe my Sunset Cannon's too boring for this, but I love it. So there is the sunset or the Symphony Pink. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, that's really pretty. That's so good for spring. And then oh no, I actually just used all my tissues, but I'll just layer this. Isn't that pretty? So see that? It's just a really good pink without being too pink. Um, Hopefully you can see that. We have amazing, I mean, we have so many good shades, you guys. So many. You use Symphony Pink a lot. It is. It's just it's a really good pink color. Okay. Then I'm going to spray my face again to let this all kind of settle in. If you, sometimes I like to just go back and blend again after I use this spray because, just making sure everything is blended together. And yes, I'm kind of aggressive with the spray. I love the spray. You cannot spray it too much. It's so good. And again, it gives you that glow when you use it. Other things you can do, you can use so I have multiple of these because I use them for so many different purposes. If you're gonna use it for kind of a glow after your makeup, I would get a second one, so because you're gonna get some makeup on it. But I love to use it, put a little bit on my finger, and then I love to put it right on the tops of my cheeks for even added glow. So this, you're not going to see this like straight on in this video, but if you saw me in person when the light hits, like rather than a highlighter, right? So some people have illuminators or highlighters where it's like super shiny or glittery or shimmery. This is more of a natural, but just like dewy glow look. You can even put a little bit on the top of your nose, a little bit on the top of your lip. And then that's going to give you just a really beautiful glow when the light hits it in the right way. So this, again, it is multi-stick bomb. It's very multi-purpose. Isn't that pretty? I know, I love it. How long? No, I honestly, I do not reapply my makeup. And that's saying a lot because typically, it'll be hours and I'll be like, oh, my under eyes look terrible, like with past makeup. And this makeup, it still looks good at the end of the night. So, I mean, I'm not like a hardcore I'm a Pilates person, so I don't like sweat a lot. Like if you're working out in it, but honestly, it holds very well for me and it holds up in summer. So I will say that when I wear it out and I'm in Maryland on the East Coast, it's very humid here, and it holds up all day. Let's see if there's any other questions. Okay, so we did the setting spray, and then I'm just going to add my mascara. We do not have ours yet, but it is coming. So stay tuned. We have so much more makeup coming later in 2026. We are maybe gonna have maybe a growth lash serum, mascara, more shades coming. It really is so, so, so great. And you may be at a point where, and I'm probably am kind of in between shades, but don't let that stop you because I showed you here tonight like how many different ways you can use these. So maybe right now your natural beige or your light, or your natural beige, and you want light for your just to brighten under your eyes. But then come summer, you're going to be natural beige and then just natural beige. You're going to be using these a lot. So don't be afraid. You will get your use out of them because once you try them, you're going to be hooked. Um, Amy, we will post the replay at the end. Yep. Okay, and then I'm just going to add my mascara really fast. This is the one I'm loving right now. It's YSL, which you would think, oh, that sounds like it's going to be expensive. It's actually not. It's like $30, which isn't too terrible for a mascara, but obviously if you have one you love, you can just use that. But mascara really does make, finish the look off. And mascara honestly takes the longest. Anyone else? Like when you're doing your makeup, I feel like mascara takes the longest. So this is typically when I'm doing videos, I typically cut it here and then I'm like, I'll be right back because it takes me forever to do this. So any other questions while we're talking here? If you need help finding your shade, a lot of people, Caucasian women are going to be between the light and the natural beige. Again, you can even mix them. So if you are between shades, you can take your brush and you can dip into one and then dip into the next and apply that way and just mix it on your face. That works great. Oh yes, let me grab those links for you. So I'm gonna put the brush set I love. Um, I'll even put the mascara I'm using now. And then, oh, it doesn't matter. These links will work. And then the only other thing, if you have under eye issues like me, like you have the dark circles, I will say there are brushes in that set, but I am also going to give you the link for this $9 one because it's $9 and I use it all the time and it's a triangle. Do you see that? It is the most beautiful, it's the most perfect shape and it is a great density for the cushion for applying that shade under your eye. So I'm going to send all of that here now. Okay, so those three links are right there. Um, And again, but if you have makeup brushes, there is no need, like, maybe get the cushion, see what you like. There are people who really do like the cushion that it comes with. Um, Again, it's just preference. This is the cushion, this is what it comes with. So you press in and then you're gonna it actually I don't have the patience. It does take a little bit longer to use this. And I have too much to do in my day. I have little kids. We're always on the move. Um, Yes. So, oh, Tarte Big Ego, that's a good one. I mean, there's so many. The Thrive one, I really like Thrive's mascara. I could go on and on for mascaras. But this is actually new. But Thrive is really good. Lancome has a really great one called Monsieur Big. That's one I've been using for a very long time. Stila has a good one. I mean, you just got to figure out what you like is best. Yes, amazing. But truly, this is the best foundation I have ever used. This is the best under eye product I have ever used. And I don't say that lightly. Like it really truly is. I really started using these products for the skincare. And when the makeup came out, I was very nervous. I was like, oh God, ugh, what if I don't like it? Like, what if it's awful? You know what I mean? Because actually, let me tell you, I tried a cushion. Do I have it? I have the refill because I never, oh, here it is. I bought the Dior cushion. Let me just tell you this. And it was like, I don't even know, ridiculous amounts of money. I bought the Dior cushion probably 3 years ago. It was awful. And it was awful. And I was like, ugh. So when we had a cushion, I was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna like it. This formulation, you guys, is like no other cushion on the market. So it is very different. All cushions are not created equal, just like all powders aren't, all liquids aren't. This is completely different than any other cushion. So, you might see some actually who I just saw another company created a cushion and because they see that ours is so good. But it is the formulation. Our patented ingredients are in here as well as in here in everything. So again, you're getting that treatment during the day, that hydration, those anti-aging benefits, and it's only going to work synergistically with the skincare as well. So if you are new, I was just saying, truly a lot of this glow and just like the smoothness of my skin really came from the skincare. And that was actually the first thing I noticed. So if you are a new customer here, I actually didn't notice too much of a difference when I was looking, take before and after pictures. That's really key with your skincare. But I noticed right away my makeup was looking better. And I was like, oh, wow. And it was because texture was my biggest issue. And texture is hard to see sometimes in pictures. You can't always catch that. So anyway, okay. Does anyone have any questions? I wanted to try to keep this to 30 minutes if I could. Hopefully that was helpful. You don't have to do all of those steps. Again, this was more of a master class. You can just start with one cushion. You are going to become addicted and you're going to want more. The Deep is such a beautiful, I know it's scary looking, but it is the most beautiful bronzer, contour, if you will, color. It works for everyone. It's not too dark. You're just going to use a little bit more if you want it darker, a little bit less if you want it lighter. Just like under the eye, you're going to put a little bit more and it will appear brighter, but it's actually not brighter. Um, Okay, great. Yay. I'm so glad this was helpful. Again, reach out to the person that invited you if you need help with some shades or any follow-up. This was recorded, so you can also reach out to the person that invited you so that they can get you this recording as well. I'll upload it to YouTube so that you will have access to it forever. Okay? All right. Well, hope everyone has an awesome Thursday night, and we'll see you next week. All right. Bye, guys.